Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The ceremony will begin imminently. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the closing plenary of the Enterprise Europe Network Annual Conference 2025. I hope you've all survived the week's programs, not only all the different sessions here at the Kulturcenter, but also the reception, the wild reception at the Aalborg Zoo, literally, and the networking dinner, of course, at the stadium last night. I saw quite a few of you having a good time with the 360 cameras, so I'm hoping that you all have some very funny videos to show back home. Today we wrap up 3 days of work, of ideas, of inspiration that you have shared between yourselves and with us as well. And to open this closing session, I'd like to invite once again Anna Atanasopoulou. She is still the Director for Simplification and Networks at DG Grow. So please join me on stage, Anna. Thank you very much.
Dear Ian friends, I think I have earned the right to call you friends after 2.5 days of spending together in Aalborg. And I'm really impressed to see that there's so many of you still in the room. So that I think that speaks to the dedication that you have, to the commitment that you have to the network and to each other. So I have 5 minutes to capture 2.5 days of lively exchanges in the rooms, outside of the rooms, during the day, during the evening, or through the night, as I heard. So I'll try to do my best, and I'll try to do it maybe in 2 ways. First in numbers, and then in 3 words, 3 takeaways. Then first numbers. What about the numbers? 2.5 days translates into 950 participants, out of which 700 on site here in Aalborg. I think that's impressive. 96 speakers, thank you to all of them, through 19 sessions, which gave the opportunity to address important questions, important issues, and gave the opportunity to all of you to participate, ask questions, and talk to each other. And many bilaterals. I think I was told over 700 of them, which is impressive, and actually this also speaks to your ability, the ability of this network to connect and bring people together. Now, when it comes to words, the takeaways, what I take back with me is client. It's single market, and it's also EU for business. Client, I heard it from so many of you. The client journey, client at the center, SMEs at the center of what you do every day. Of course, this translates into different needs. That's clear, because territories are different, SMEs are different. But there's some common denominators. Perhaps when it comes to the services that you provide to those clients, to the SMEs, the startups, the scale-ups, there's what I heard, core services, building capacity, helping SMEs and businesses to grow, to innovate, to scale up. It's also about access to funding and access to finance, slightly different these two, both when it comes to accessing EU funding, EIC, I heard about a lot, InvestEU also, but also accessing regional funding or national funding. Access to markets, whether it's the local markets for some SMEs or access to those markets through public procurement, but also when it's about internationalization, accessing new markets or international markets. And it's very also interesting to have in the room with us and throughout these 2.5 days, partners from the world, the so-called INPs. Now, I'm more familiar with the jargon as well, and I want to pay special tribute to them as well. And then when thinking about core services, all of that is distilled into partnering, finding the right partners and matching the businesses with other businesses, with technology providers, with investors, with innovators. So you do all of that. But I also heard about some new elements, whether it's in terms of needs or services. We heard a lot about preparedness, about defense, security, dual use, We heard a lot about sectors under pressure, in distress, whether it's about the automotive sector, whether it's about the manufacturing sector, the manufacturing base, that it's everywhere rooted in the EU. Also a lot about sectors with high growth potential, whether it's biotech, bioeconomy, health, renewable energy, AI applications, or the digital. So that speaks to the different needs, the different types of services you're called to provide, and how you can adapt, or you have to adapt to a changing future. But across all this diversity, I also heard two things: speed and tailored support services to SMEs. So throughout, this is what you stand for, and this is what the standards that we also expect from our EN partners on the ground. Second takeaway, single market. And who says single market talks about predictability, one set of rules, one rule book, but also complexity, administrative burden. We heard a lot about it in one of the Slido sessions. Regulatory complexity was the #1 obstacles that you hear SMEs bring to you. So your role is to help them understand the single market rules, also to see how we can help those working in the single market, both businesses and public administrations, use more and more digital tools that we make available in a shared way for the single market, and also see how we can together push this simplification agenda and ride this simplification wave, because we have to make it simpler for the companies. We have to really bring more of the single market to the ground and more companies into the single market to do business, both from the EU and from outside of the EU. And third is about EU for Business. It's about your network, EEN towards the future, EU for Business, and I would even say EU for Business for choosing Europe, or for choosing Europe to do business. And there, clearly, you are a network in action that will never stop. You are rolling out our SME policy, our competitiveness toolbox on the ground. We will continue relying on you for that. You are our reality check for the policies and the options that we need to develop to make sure that things go in a shared direction in Europe. So may I leave you with one word: focus on the impact that you have been creating. Make this impact concrete and known to all quarters and parts in the EU, because we need to communicate on that. This will take us towards the future. Don't forget the survey that it will reach you next week. Please make sure you take the time to fill it in. We need this input because we want to go to this future together. Now, I cannot end this without thanking those who behind the scenes worked to make this event happen. I'm turning to our hosts. Very warm thank you for having us here. To all the teams that have worked, my team in DG Grow, the team in Eismea, could you please stand up? And also our host teams and all the teams that have worked for this. Well, this feels like the Oscars. I think you have well deserved this applause. Thank you to all of you for being with us one more time this year. And next year, let's meet again in Dublin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anna. And without further ado, I can now call Giuseppe Casella to join me on stage. He is the Head of Department for Innovation Systems, Single Market Program, Entrepreneurship and Consumers at Eismea. Giuseppe, the floor is yours.
Thanks a lot, Riccardo, who last time promoted me director. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, and yes, Anna, friends. It is a great honor for me to address this closing plenary of the 2025 Enterprise Europe Network Annual Conference. These 3 days have been truly enriching for me. I would say a learning moment, and I hope for you too. Across 16 parallel and 2 plenary sessions, we have shared insights and best practices to help us build an even stronger network. A resilient network fit for the future, no matter what challenges the unpredictable global environment throw at us. Yet, as a first-time participant, what struck me most is you all. You, the EN advisor here today, and your colleagues back home are the lifeblood and the real strength of the network. People connect with people. Some 20,000 small business owners and innovative entrepreneurs will have benefit from the service of the network to grow their business international in 2025 alone. This is remarkable. They do so because they connect with and place their trust in each and every one of you. And you never fail to deliver. Whatever new challenges must throw your way, you rise to them. And you bring the small and medium enterprise with you, as we will soon hear from the EN 2025 award finalists. You, the EN advisors, are the beating heart of the Enterprise Europe Network, the world's largest support network for small and medium-sized enterprises with international ambitions. A common thread across all sessions and topics we have discussed here in Aalborg has been that in today's world, more than ever, businesses and those that support them need to be agile and resilient. Yes, agile and resilient. Agility and resilience are not just about reacting to or overcoming challenges. They're about anticipating and preparing for them. And the Enterprise Europe Network gives small and medium enterprises the tools and connection to do exactly that. And gathering at the annual conference help us to stay agile and reinforce our resilience so that we can continue to focus on what matters most, supporting small and medium enterprises to grow in a changing world. As we come to the end of this year's conference, I want to extend my sincere thanks. Firstly, on behalf of the entire team, I thank our Danish partners and those here in Aalborg, the North Denmark EU office. Your excellent support and commitment in organizing and hosting this event not only help us to create an engagement and inspiring environment, but it also plays a crucial role in fostering connections, knowledge sharing, and collaboration among participants. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you for the dinner. Thank you for the dancing, in particular the Danish samba that was, I think, appreciated by everybody. That's a kind of innovation as well. Talking of the team, I also take this opportunity to thank my dedicated colleagues at ISMEA and GROW colleagues, both those on site and those holding the fort back in Brussels. I wanted to take them all with me, but it was not possible, unfortunately. The energy and enthusiasm you have shown over the last few days reflect the commitment you bring to your work day in, day out, for which I'm truly grateful. I thank also our speakers who have given so generously of their time and knowledge to prepare the session, to be with us, to share their insights here in Aalborg. And to you all, the Network Advisor, for your dedication and invaluable contribution to the success of the Enterprise Europe Network. Your impact is felt across every project and initiative, and your contribution directly strengthens the EN family. In your hands, I'm confident that we can achieve our goal for an even stronger network in action. So, despite the challenges and uncertainties that lie ahead of us, I see a bright future for the network. We work in a complex, challenging setting, but someone said, Einstein, not anybody, the opportunity is at the heart of the difficulty. I'm sure that together, as always, we will overcome it and find new opportunities for our businesses. The impact of the Enterprise Europe Network is explicitly recognized in the proposal for the next MFF and for the establishment of the European Competitiveness Fund. Any future EU for Business network, as it will be called, shall build upon the track record and the excellent reputation you have established. I'm excited to continue working together and confident that your future contribution will lead to even greater success. Thank you once again for your exceptional work, and let's continue to make an impact together. Thanks a lot.
Thank you to Giuseppe Casella, and I will now invite our next speaker. Our next speaker is Søren Smolbro. He is the chairman of the board of the North Denmark EU office and also the mayor of Høring municipality, which is just to the north of Aalborg. So, Søren, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, on behalf of the European Enterprise European Network Denmark, it's my great honor to thank all of you for being here in Aalborg these past days. More than 800 participants from more than 50 countries, all united by one goal, helping small and medium-sized companies grow, innovate and make Europe stronger. First, a heartfelt thank you to the European Commission and the teams behind this network for your trust and support. And a warm thank you to all your colleagues across Europe and beyond for the energy, inspiration and ideas you have shared. We are also deeply grateful to the Danish national partners for their strong support and crowdfunding. Hosting this conference has been a true team effort. In Denmark, Enterprise Europe Network, it's not just a project, it's a partnership, a promise and a passion. Together, the 6 Danish network partners work hand in hand to support small and medium-sized companies every single day. We don't always make headlines, but we make things happen. And here in North Denmark, we know that European means for regional development. EU is not something far away in Brussels. It is here in our ports, in our wind farms, in our classrooms, and in our business. EU cooperation has helped us build a green energy products, power-to-X facilities, and infrastructure. For a region like ours, EU is a bridge connecting local innovation to global markets. It means that even a small company in my town Høring, can reach partners in Hamburg, Helsinki, or even Hong Kong. From the small towns in Denmark to European capitals and beyond. It's the power of Europe. Big ideas often start in small places. And you can count on us to stay decided to connect the progress we have made here in the past few days. I hope you will do the same. So let us bring people together, turn ideas into action, and build stronger, greener, and a safer Europe. Thank you for making this year's conference as a success. It has been a pleasure having you here in Aalborg. And on behalf of the Enterprise Europe Network in Denmark, I wish you a safe travel home and connected success in your work. See you again soon. Stronger together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Søren, and also a sincere thank you to our 2 other speakers this morning, to Anna and to Giuseppe, for having shared their insights with us for today's ceremony. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but here at the far right, well, there's something called Chekhov's gun, and that is a narrative principle in playwriting which says that when something appears, step 1, something must happen about it. And here, stage right, you can see an award. And what that means is that we now have one of the highlights of the annual conference, which is the Enterprise Europe Network Awards 2025. You can see everything is different because we have a different backward slide now. It's a whole new world. And with that, I think before we bring members of the jury on stage, I think we should start by watching a small video, one for each of the 3 finalists for this year's award. So I'll start the first video. It's on an Italian company called Kaimate. Please launch it.
I work at Noi Tech Park, which is the science and technology park of South Tyrol in Bolzano, a regional partner of Enterprise Europe Network, offering access to EU funding, international partnering, and strategic consulting.
My brother Matteo and I founded Kaimate in 2017. We invented a software combining digital twins, simulation, real-time back analysis, and physics-informed AI that enabled the user to create a digital twin of an infrastructure, like a bridge, like a tunnel, for example, preventing disasters like bridge collapses, tunnel collapses, or landslides that can put at risk our safety, and avoiding demolishing and rebuilding assets that is very polluting in terms of carbon emissions. We contacted the Noi Tech Park in 2022 because we needed to scale up as a company.
When we first met Massimo and Matteo Penaza, we knew their solution would be game-changing in structural engineering.
Through Enterprise Europe Network, we identified suitable EU funding instruments and connected them with strategic partners.
Thanks to Lisa and Julia and the Enterprise Europe Network, we were able to contact several investors and hiring qualified staff and also solve a lot of administrative problems.
Our collaboration led to a successful €3 million investment round. On top of that, thanks to the Seal of Excellence from the EAC Accelerator, we supported Kaimate in accessing European Regional Development Funds, securing a grant of €1.4 million for the development of their software.
We are very proud of the path Kaimate had in these years. Now we are 35 very qualified and skilled employees. Huge companies recognize the value of what we are building, a technology on the edge of the state-of-the-art for safer infrastructures and a better use of our resources.
Kaimate's story is a perfect example of how regional innovation hubs and European networks can empower visionary entrepreneurs.
Thank you for that very big round of applause for our first finalist, Kaimate. And now the second video on the second finalist, which is a French company called Silcar.
I work at the Chamber of Commerce and Industry Occitanie here in Montpellier. My organization is the coordinator of the Enterprise Europe Network in the southwest France. When I first met Celia nearly 10 years ago, Silcare was a young company with a high potential in the health tech sector, aiming to accelerate the development of new therapies for hearing disorders.
So Silcare is a biotech company specialized in auditory sciences. We are 3 women. We co-founded this company back in 2014. We are headquartered in France, south of France, Montpellier, but we're also established in the US in Lexington, Massachusetts. Our main compound is SIL-001. It's a small molecule formulated into a gel form that we administer through transtympanic route that will repair the connection between the inner hair cells receiving the sound and the auditory nerve to help the sound's transmission from the auditory canal to the brain.
I was immediately impressed by the scientific expertise of the team and their ambition to address unmet medical needs in growing global markets. We have been helping them to find partners in Europe and even beyond.
In 2017, we participated to the first biotech mission with the Enterprise Europe Network, and that has been a game changer because we actually did first deals with some pharmaceutical company in Japan.
When Japan became a key target for Silcare, I shared opportunities from the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation in partnership with the Health Sector Group. Through their client journey, I also guided Silcare in their EIC Accelerator application, which led to a Seal of Excellence in 2024.
Enterprise Europe Network helped us build the visibility and the trust on the Japanese market. It led to a deal with a 50 million upfront payment and up to 400 million euro milestone payment for the rest.
Thank you very much. That was Silcare in France. And now for the last finalist, an Austrian company called Hacker School. Thank you.
I work at Innovation Salzburg, the regional innovation and development agency of Salzburg. We are regional partner of Enterprise Europe Network with a team of experts from innovation and from our network partners. We help Stephanie and Julia to open up Hacker School Austria here in Salzburg.
I met Julia back between 2018 and 21 when I was working at Hacker School in Germany and inspiring kids myself there already. And when I moved to Austria, I decided to take the idea with me.
I joined Hacker School in 2017 to transform the social idea to a real growing company. And what we are doing is building bridges between companies and their volunteers and kids in schools, to enable volunteers to really be an inspiration about their jobs, showing kids how to code, how to use AI for coding, and how to be confident about their self-efficacy to really find jobs in the future.
We met in person, Julia and I, and she told me I want to scale up to Austria and especially to Salzburg. The information Julia needed, you cannot find this information online. You need to have someone on site. So I made a connection to Romana in Salzburg, and she provided Julia with everything she needed.
It's completely different in Austria to establish a non-profit organization than in Germany. And because of this, I helped her with contacts to specialized lawyers in Salzburg. I think it's a great example how Enterprise Europe Network functions. It's hands-on, it's just these fast connections between the network partners, and it was really successful.
I'm the most proud of this experience. We were able to reach already so many kids last year, and to really see the spark in their eyes, this is really amazing, and I'm super proud of it.
The Enterprise Europe Network helps as it allows me to think big. It is not just Austria, because the idea of Hacker School works. And just bringing the companies as part of the solution to the table and support the kids in digital education, we can think about much more countries, we can think about much more corporations, and this is where the magic of the network happens.
Thank you very much. That was Hacker School in Austria. I think we have certainly three very, very valuable and very notable finalists, but someone has to pick them apart, and that someone is our jury. And so I'll start by inviting to kick off the awards segment. I would start to invite one of the first external member of the jury, Ella Rizzola, co-founder of Even Founders. Ella works at the intersection of innovation, social impact, and gender equality, and helps women entrepreneurs access tools, networks, and opportunities to develop their business ideas. Ella, welcome on stage.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So I've had the double honor of being one of the jury members, helping select between these incredible candidates this year. And also I've been asked to share a little bit about my own entrepreneurial journey. But before we get into that, I just wanted to congratulate you on this network. Being here yesterday and today, I've really seen that this is a vibrant network. You actually all know each other, and you even go to karaoke together. I'm sad to have missed out on that. But I found out yesterday how well connected you actually are, because someone walked up to me and said, "Hey, I don't think I've seen you here before. Who are you?" So who am I? The inception of my entrepreneurial journey can be traced back to a number. That number is 1%. I'll get back to you on the 1%, but that is the reason that I co-founded Even Founders. Even Founders exists to help more women in the Nordics enter entrepreneurship. In the Nordics, you're thinking, but you're already really good at gender equality. And yes, we are. We're world leaders, in fact, but not in entrepreneurship. Odds are actually that most of the other countries represented in this room are better at it than us. Actually, the Nordics are at the very bottom when it comes to female entrepreneurship. I was really impressed to see the gender balance in the EEN, and also seeing some of the solutions represented here today, I think really is a testament to that balance. But trust me, that is not the reality out there, and especially not in the Nordics. So back to that 1%. Some of you may know that 1% is the amount of venture capital that goes to female founders in the Nordics. The rest, 99%, goes to either all male founder teams or to mixed teams, with a vast majority of it going to all male founder teams. 1%, that's a crazy number, and that's why we started Even Founders. So at Even Founders, we provide women with the network, but also the tools and funding to succeed in their entrepreneurial endeavors. I won't talk too much about that, but I would love to continue that conversation with anyone interested. You can scan the QR code or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. And we're always looking for mentors. I'm sure there's a lot of really great candidates in this room. But also if you're interested in investing in women, or you know a woman who wants to enter entrepreneurship in the Nordics, send them our way. And I know we already had a really good session on female entrepreneurship and the challenges of it. So I wanted to focus on something a bit different for the remainder of my time. I want to focus on the why of female entrepreneurship. Because as entrepreneurs, sometimes we get really caught up in what we're doing and we forget the whole reason for why we started in the first place. And this is the why of Even Founders. And I know I'm breaking a lot of rules by having such a long text behind me while presenting, but I really like the idea of standing in front of a manifesto talking about female entrepreneurship. So, as all of you in this room today know, the corporates that end up shaping the world of tomorrow are the startups of today. So, shouldn't women have the same access to shaping that world as men? Of course they should, and there's plenty of good reasons for it. The obvious argument is one of fairness. Women represent half of the world's population, and they should have an equal voice in deciding what that world looks like. But there's actually plenty of other good reasons to support female entrepreneurship. One of them that usually goes down quite well in the business world is that women make incredibly good entrepreneurs. And so while they only receive 1% of funding in the Nordics, we know that globally, women generate 45% more revenue per dollar invested in them than men. So if you care about making money, you should care about female entrepreneurship. Furthermore, we know that society at large benefits from female entrepreneurship. Women tend to innovate more for the environment and for social issues. But not only that, women who make it in entrepreneurship also end up benefiting their local communities more by investing in their families and in the local economy. And finally, of course, a woman looks different than a man. And so does the world she experiences and her insights. So women entrepreneurs bring a different set of insights compared to men, and we need all insights. Therefore, if you are interested in maximizing value for society, you should also care about female entrepreneurship. This is the why of Even Founders and my why, because the future should be written in every voice. And that's why we should all care about female entrepreneurship. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ella. And now I would also invite the other two jury members to join us on stage. I think everyone knows them very well. So Muriel de Grande, head of sector of ESMEA, has over 2 years' experience in supporting SMEs, and Alberto Valenzano, team leader at DigiGo, who works in several functions, including, most specifically, taking care of the Enterprise Europe Network. Thank you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ricardo. I'm here today to share to you a little bit what were the things that really impressed us about the first success story that you saw, one of the first finalists, which is KM8. What we found was that the startup is really doing groundbreaking work, and it's very flexible groundbreaking work because it's working both on health monitoring but also predictive maintenance of infrastructures. We were very impressed by the high quality of the services offered by Neutech Park, I have to say. And you saw in the video the impressive work that the colleagues have put into securing a dynamic mix of public and private funding for the company that not only enabled to scale up their operations, but also indeed to grow the company up from a small, very, very timid startup to an actual company of 40 employees. So we wish this startup a really lot of success, and we want, as jury, to congratulate also Neutech Park for their excellent work. I think we can give a very quick round of applause to Neutech Park colleagues who worked on it. Thank you.
I have also been honored to be part of this jury for this year's award. And the jury was very impressed as a Cyclar story. Show years of dedicated support from the network. We like very much Cyclar innovative approach to addressing hearing disorders. Chamber of Commerce Industry CCI Occitanie has played a vital role in their success by providing critical guidance for growth, fostering European R&D collaborations, and facilitating their expansion in Asia. The international scope of a Cyclar journey equally impressed us. The EU-Japan Center provided support in Japan by organizing biotech missions, recognizing the country as a strategic market due to its aging population. We appreciate very well that the network advisor also play a key role in providing support to prepare Cyclar application for the European Innovation Council EIC Accelerator, leading to a Seal of Excellence award in 2024. Congratulations to Cyclar on their extraordinary journey.
And so, last but not least, I'm happy to share the jury's thoughts on Hacker School. This school showed us that innovation, teamwork, and commitment to helping others can really drive meaningful change. One of the reasons we appreciated this story is the effort the Hacker School put into expanding into Austria. With the support of the EEN, Hacker School tackled challenges in the new market, including understanding the legal landscape and navigating the local partners. Moreover, Hacker School's work with young people is incredibly inspiring. By bringing IT professionals into the classroom, they bridge the real world and the classroom, and they teach kids coding, which will enable them to find jobs that are anchored in the realities of today in the future. We're really impressed by the collaboration between the Austrian and German network, and the teamwork helped Hacker School access new markets effectively and provided a great example of how working together can really achieve significant results. Hacker School's goal of teaching 1 million children a year to code is incredibly ambitious and inspiring, and we wish them all the best in achieving this.
Thank you to Ella, to Muriel, and to Alberto. I think that really set us up now for the apotheosis of the awards ceremony. And for that, I will invite people who know how to handle an apotheosis. It will be Mariella and Natalia, please, if you can join me on stage to award. There are two people you know very well. Mariella is the head of unit in DG Grow, and Natalia, head of unit in ESMEA. The floor is yours.
Wow, what an honor to be here for the awards ceremony with you again. I mean, we have seen so many inspiring stories really showing the impact of the network on the ground. Can we have a bit of drum rolls, please, for the Oscar? There we go. Thank you. And I would like to announce the winner of the Inspiring Client Journey. Silcare, please join us on stage, Celia.
And I would like also to call the supporting partners, Ms. Bénédicte Ganivet from CC Occitane and Manuel Hubert from the AU Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation on stage, please.
Manuel, c'est moi.
The floor is yours.
So I've been proposed to say some words, so I will do so. I'm very honored and very impressed to be here today. So thank you very much for this great opportunity to make our company Silcare more visible. So I think I will start by thanking the Enterprise Europe Network for all the work they've done for us and with us since we met 10 years ago. So thank you, Benedict. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you, Japan, as well, because this award is really linked to the ability of the Enterprise Europe Network to connect us to Japan. So we started our journey back in 2017. So it was a long journey to reach what we actually did, which is this big collaboration and partnership with a pharma called Shionogi that enabled us to bring our drug further. So second, I want to thank my two associates, of course, and all the team at Silcare. So it's a women-funded company. So back in 2014, we all three left the comfort of a big pharmaceutical company to create our own company. Now it's 50 people working for Silcare. We're established in the south of France, in Montpellier. And we are also in the US since 2017 with labs in the US on the East Coast, in the Boston area. So it's really also a long journey, and we're very proud of what we achieved with Silcare. And third, I wanted to speak a little bit about our mission, of course, that is about hearing disorders. So it's 1 out of 4 people that are going to be deaf in 2050. That's the WHO figures that are a little bit alerting. So our mission is really to fight against those figures and be able to really provide solutions, we're talking about drugs, to people who have those hearing disorders. So it's a sense that is so important and so connected to the overall health status of people that it's very important to take care of your ears. So I will end by this and leave Benedict maybe take the floor. Thank you very much. This is a great recognition. This is also our important for us to feel to always feel that we are a European company, and that really helps us to feel a European company. Thank you very much.
Wow. I am delighted and deeply honored to receive this award for an inspiring client journey. Thank you to ESMEA and to the jury for this recognition. My warmest thanks go to Silcare and to Celia. Supporting a company created and led by such inspiring women has been a privilege, and is still a privilege. Your energy, your commitment, and your trust are what made this journey so successful. I wouldn't be there if you haven't been engaged at every step of the journey. I also want to sincerely thank my colleague Alessandro Perna from EN Japan, represented here by Manuel. Our collaboration shows exactly what the Enterprise Europe Network can achieve across borders. And I would like to highlight the key role of the health sector group. The cooperation and the shared expertise within the group allowed us to bring the right opportunities at the right moment, especially for a key strategic market like Japan. For me, this award is not only the recognition of a success story, it is the recognition of what the network can achieve when its members work closely together. Helping SMEs grow beyond local markets, seize global opportunities, and benefit from targeted services that can create real and concrete impacts. So thank you again so much. I am very proud and excited for the next achievement that we can do in the future.
Wow, finally I received a prize. My parents would be proud. Maybe I should have prepared a speech. Anyway, it's too late. Anyway, this is not my prize. First of all, it's Silcare's, who's been doing all the work, the hard work in convincing this important Japanese pharmaceutical company to, sign an agreement to distribute their products. And I'm very proud that my team has been working hard together with CCI Occitanie to help them in making this a successful outcome. So as I said, it's me speaking, but there is a team of 40 people behind the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation, 15 people in Brussels, and the rest in Tokyo office, bilingual staff. EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation is unique in its sense. It's a joint venture financed by the European Commission, DG GROW, and by the Japanese Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry. And we exist for the last 38 years. We are there to support you as a local EN partner when you have a company which wants to access the Japanese market. Our bilingual staff can help you. We produce market intelligence report, training program, market access workshops, business mission in biotech, defense, digital, space, green tech. So many areas which are important. And so whenever you need some support, please reach out to us. Alessandro Perna is probably your first contact point that you all know, but behind Alessandro, there's a whole team with a great network of people that are based in Japan. And so I hope that you will contact us as the main gateway to access the Japanese market. So that's it for me. Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure to be with you for this week. I really enjoyed it. And I plan to be there next year as well in Ireland. See you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now I would invite the jury members to join us on stage for the group picture with the winners and Marielle and Natalia. Thank you very much. And congratulations to our winner Silker, and also to the other finalists for having made it here. I think that also was really worth it. And now I think that honestly, what these projects, and not only the winners but also the finalists, they show really what the network is about. It's about helping SMEs innovate. It's about growth, internationalization, and creating real impact in our societies. And so, in that way, I think the EN network is a real success across, and not only in Europe but beyond. So these achievements really remind us what the network is about and why your work continues to make a difference. And with that, I think we can conclude the Network Awards and move to the final segment of our closing ceremony. And for that, we obviously need a different backdrop. And so, sadly, I think that what that means is that we are approaching the end of the conference here in Aalborg. But just like every spring needs a winter before it, the EN is also like a cycle. So as Aalborg comes to a close, we can already start looking forward to the next EN annual conference in Ireland. And for the handover from one to the other, I'd like to invite Hanne Bregendal-Pill and Patrick Sweeney on stage for this, please. Hanne is head of unit at North Denmark EU office and coordinator of EN Denmark, and Patrick is the lead coordinator of the Enterprise Europe network in Ireland at Enterprise Ireland. Hanne?
Yes. So, dear colleagues of DG GROW, ESMEA, and all of our Danish team, thank you. Thank you for all your work in bringing this conference to Aalborg and to Denmark, and for making everything run smoothly during the last 3 days. Also a big thank you to Secoforma, the conference agency, and the destination of North Denmark, because without you we couldn't have made this happen either. So thank you. Dear network friends, thank you. Thank you for your active contributions to all the sessions, for participating in the discussions, and ensuring that this annual conference of the EN continues to be one of the most memorable events of the year. The place where we meet the colleagues that make us shine. Without all of us working together and acknowledging each other, there would be no impact, no success, and no network. So thank you to you as well. We hope you have enjoyed your time with us in Aalborg and in Denmark, and we hope that you will take a little bit of Denmark with you in your hearts when you go home, or at least take a heart with you as a memory of everything that we can accomplish together. Because just like a heart, it's like a partnering achievement. It takes two halves to make a whole. And as you might have learned yesterday during the networking session, it's not always as easy as it looks. So thank you all for all your effort in actually making so many partnering achievements with us in Denmark over the last many years. It has been a great honor to host you guys the last few days. The closing of an annual conference is always a bit anticlimactic, especially in this position, because it's been a lot of work to actually get this to happen, and we have been talking about this for many years before this actually happened over the last 3 days. However, we can already look forward to visiting Ireland next year. And even though the Irish are known for their luck, we still thought that you might need a little bit of Danish love to support you on your way. And for this reason, I would actually like to invite my colleagues Maria and Marie on stage, because we have prepared a small present for you, which is a selection of products from some of our Danish clients. Yeah. Yeah. So these clients have poured their hearts into their products and have achieved a concrete impact through the services of our network with the help of many of you guys who is in the room right now. So thank you to Nordjysk Palleservice, Substrakt, Danske Judevarer, Rammen, Sustain, Biomes, and UCare for contributing to this handover present. For each item, we have attached a small description of how the EEN made a difference to their product. So with this present and a little heart, we from the EEN Denmark wish you a very successful journey towards the EEN annual conference in Ireland next year. So thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
Super. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you, Hannah, and thank you, everybody, for a fantastic few days here in Aalborg. I think we can all agree it's been fantastically enjoyable, and for me, it's been my first, so it's fantastic to meet everybody, put faces to names, and actually get to connect with the wider network. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick. I'm the National Coordinator for the Enterprise Europe Network in Ireland. And as has been mentioned today, Ireland has the pleasure of taking the baton from Hannah and from Aya and hosting next year in Dublin. So it's probably the worst kept secret, but we will be having the EEN Conference 2026 in Croke Park Football Stadium, the home of Gaelic football, which you'll all become familiar with, in Dublin next year. In Ireland, we have a phrase, it's Céad Míle Fáilte, which translates as 100,000 welcomes. And that's exactly what you will be. You'll be very welcome to come and join us next year in Ireland, where we'll have another chance to meet, connect, and as we say in Ireland, have a bit of crack. So I look forward to meeting you all again this time next year, working with the ESMEA team and planning ahead and hopefully living up to the standards that we've been set here by Hannah and the team and everybody in this room. So without further ado, I'll give you the destination for the Enterprise Europe Network Conference 2026, Dublin, Ireland, and I'll play the video.
Listen, you want the real Dublin? Walk with me. It's not just postcard pretty. Feel that buzz to the city. You see, people are used to connecting here. At bus stops and breakout rooms, there's small talk that actually matters. That's how we do business here, with a smile and stories later. Tech titans and finance giants call this place home. That glassy building by the river, that's where tomorrow's being built. Right next to a pub that hasn't changed in 100 years, only in Dublin. When all's said and done, we've got local sports and live trad by the fire. Fine dining for 3 or for 3,000. You haven't lived until you've debated a keynote over a 99 on Sandymount Strand. We'll do Michelin stars and a bag of chips in the same hour, and both will hit the spot. Cahinta. We're a capital city that acts like a local. When business meets this city of character, it's chatty, charming, and wickedly clever. Welcome to a city where time bends around the banter, where class means brilliant and stop means keep going. So yeah, next time someone says Dublin, don't just think good crack. Think good business. Think markets and marketing. Think goosebumps and brain dumps. Think laughter the night after. Make it Dublin, because here, every hello could be the start of something class.
See you in Dublin next year.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you very much, Anna. And I hope Patrick is not traveling only with cabin luggage, because having a look at the gifts that the Danish partners have provided, I think he will struggle to go back to Ireland, of all places. So before we close, I think I'd like to still take a moment to really thank everyone who made this conference possible. So in that sense, I want to thank you, the audience, who joined us for this ride. I want to thank our organizers from across the network, our colleagues in the Commission from DG GROW to ESMEA, our contractors and technical teams who handled all the details behind the scene, and of course our hosts, our wonderful hosts here in Denmark, the North Denmark EU office, Aalborg Municipality, and all the Danish EN partners who helped make this possible. So if I could ask you for a final round of applause for all these. So, thank you all for your energy, your contribution, and your commitment to the Enterprise Europe Network. You have been a wonderful audience. I have been Ricardo Cardoso. And to everyone following online, thank you very much for being with us, and to all of you here in the room. I hope you enjoyed your time in Aalborg. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you met a lot of new partners, and that you'll bring these insights back with you to your daily work with clients. Safe travel home, and see you all in Ireland. Thank you very much.